Hey, what's up? Alistair Cunningham here. And this week on the show, I've got a very, very special guest. This is somebody I've worked with through the six-figure speaker system and also the program that I run called Tell the World. And today's guest is a young lad all the way from Ireland, and he's doing an amazing business, and he's doing amazing things in business, but it wasn't always like that. And I want to have a chat with him today and just find out exactly what happened, exactly what he'd done to change that, and exactly where he's at now. Adam Browne.
How are you doing, guys?
Okay, so Adam.
Yeah.
Firstly, I want to thank you for you've come all the way here from a long way. Manchester, I believe you're at today.
Yeah.
You've come down here to London to be filmed. So thank you. That means a lot, man. I really want that to come across to you. So look, I've known you for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I met you through a training academy.
Yeah.
And you were very. When I first met you, you were very quiet. You were very, very shy. You were very sort of reserved. Very much backseat type of guy.
Yeah.
You weren't putting yourself out there. Is that fair?
I'd say that's very fair. Yeah.
What were you doing? How did we come about meeting? I know I was training you at a training event.
Yeah.
But what got you to them training events in the first place?
So before I moved to the UK, I was actually studying law in university in Ireland, and that just didn't work out. And after I did that, I didn't manage to finish it. I realised that I needed to do something different. So I was like, I'm going to move to the UK.
Okay, so when was this?
This was August 2019.
And how old are you?
I'm 22 now.
So 2019, you were 19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
And you took the decision to leave Ireland because you weren't getting on very well at university and come to the UK. Were you working? Did you have a business? What was going on?
I always wanted to get into business. And
Yeah.
I felt that there was opportunities here.
Yeah.
There was a lot more opportunities here than there was going to be in Ireland.
Okay.
So I came over and I actually got a job in the industry I wanted to work in.
Yeah.
So I could learn from that. That industry then pushed me to go into training, and I came across you guys.
Yeah.
And then the first event we met at was I think November 2019.
2019 November. What? Okay, that was a property event.
Yes.
Because obviously your business is in property, which is awesome. And do you remember what that event was?
Yeah, it was the Deal Seller Masterclass.
The Deal Sell Masterclass. Okay, so I run a program called the Deal Sell Masterclass. And it's all about how to package and sell deals. And Adam came to that, and we'll talk about what you've done since then in a little while. But what I really want to understand is you come from Ireland to mainland, to England. You're living in Manchester.
Yep.
You are training and educating yourself because you want to change your life. You want to get places. But what's going on for you personally at this point?
At this point, it's like I've got the feeling that if I don't do something for myself, I'll end up stuck in a job for the next 50 years of my life, and that's just painful to think about.
Yeah, but why? Why is that so painful? Because what's wrong with getting a job, like working 40 hours a week? What's wrong with that?
If that's what you want to do, there's nothing wrong with that. However, before I actually moved to the UK, when I was going through university, I was actually working as a bartender at the time.
Okay.
And I was bartending for about 4 years. Over that time, a lot of money passed through my hands for somebody else, and that got to me. It was like I was putting in a lot of work.
So you see, you're doing the graft where somebody else is making all the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens all the time, guys. That happens all the time. Often people think that to make more money you've got to work harder. That's actually a bad way to think about it. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter.
Oh, big time.
So you were a bartender, you were seeing all this money come through, but you weren't getting much of it.
Yeah.
That then led you to move to the UK, basically. Move to mainland England.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so what happened then? You come to the UK, you started training. You come across me at Deal Selling Masterclass.
Yeah.
What did you think when you saw me on stage? Be honest. I'm not asking for no favours here. Be honest. When obviously you come and spent 3 days with me and I was the main trainer at that event. What was when you left that event? Like what did you think? How did you feel? What was going on for you?
Obviously, like you said, it was a property event, so there was a lot of property stuff going on. It's like we could do this, and this.
Yeah.
A big thing I got about you though was that you knew what you were doing on stage.
Okay.
And I left there thinking, man, I need to know how to do that.
Oh, you need to know how to do the stage work, how to actually get on stage.
Yeah.
So you not so much how to do the property, but how to actually get on stage, or were you a bit both?
Property was obviously a main interest as well, but yeah, definitely after seeing how you were able to hold an audience for 3 days straight.
Yeah.
And never run out of content.
Roughly, how many people were there? Do you remember? I don't.
I think that was a relatively small one, so I think there was about 40 or 50 at that one.
Okay, it must have been quite a small one. Yeah. Okay, so 40, 50 people, right? Okay, so it's a very small event. I mean, I've run events up to 12, 1,300 people. So yeah, we do small events, we do big events. But it's interesting that you thought that you were there and you were like, wow, I need to get up there, because I used to think that about my mentors. And when I was working with people, I remember watching. This was like 15 years ago. I was watching a trainer called Armand Morin, and I was watching him on stage. I wasn't there. It was a video event. I was watching a DVD of him on stage. I remember thinking there was like there must have been 3,000 or 4,000 people in the audience, and I remember thinking, I need to learn that.
Yeah.
I want to get up there. And he wasn't even that great, but what I remember thinking is, I need to get up there and be on that stage. And I sort of done what I had to do to learn the skills to do that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So it's not about me. It's about you. So you come to DSM. You realised you wanted to get on stage. You realised you wanted to. But why was it important for you to get on stage?
So initially, what I was thinking was that I was going to be in business.
Yeah.
And because of that, I was thinking I'll be doing presentations. I'll need to be able to stand up in front of a group of people and talk.
Yeah,
that's what my main thinking was.
So part of your business, you've got property sourcing business.
Yeah.
Part of that is you do a lot of networking.
Yeah,
you do go to a lot of networking events. You're pitching your business and pitching your deals to investors, and you're pitching yourself to investors.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people think is they don't need to learn the skills of presenting because they don't present. But the reality is this: when you're in business, you're always selling, so therefore you're always presenting yourself. Yeah. So that's it. You wanted to go on stage because you wanted to master your opportunities to pitch and to present to networking events, and also to investors and to people selling houses.
Yeah.
So what happened? That
was going to be important long term. I knew I'd be standing in front of people and having to speak.
Okay, so you come to DSM, the Deal Some Masterclass. You've done really, really well. I then launched. I have a training program called Tell the World.
Yeah.
And at some point, I would have sold you Tell the World.
Yeah.
What happened?
So, like I said, I was at the Deal Selling Masterclass going, this guy's really good. I need to know how to do that. And then you mentioned you did talk to us about the Tell the World program.
Yeah.
And there was people in the room that had done Tell the World. Some very important people, and I got to speak to them.
Who was in the room?
Kim Austin was the biggest influence.
Do you know Kim?
Tell the World.
Kim, lovely lady. I've worked with Kim on a personal level quite a few times, and she's been through all the training programs that I run, and she's now a sort of an ambassador for all the programs, and also you're going to see Kim on my stages very, very soon.
Yeah.
So Kim was a big influence for you. That's
Kim
interesting.
Was a massive influence. Yeah.
What? Come on, tell me, because I didn't know this. But so, what was Kim saying?
Kim was pushing me to do it. Kim had obviously.
But why? Why was she pushing you to do it? Why does it matter to her?
I think Kim just wants to see people succeed, and she had gone through it, so she knew how powerful it was and how beneficial it could have been.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that I was even considering it meant for her, it was like, I need to push him to go do it. So, he needs to do this.
I understand that. I completely get that, because Kim done the first ever Tell the World, which was in November 2020, I believe it was, yeah. And then you done the one in May 2021. So when I talked about Tell the World, I don't actually tell you much what happens at Tell the World.
No.
I'm very clever with what I do here. I don't tell you that much about what you're going to experience at Tell the World. I give you a very basic synopsis of what's going to go down.
Yeah,
but you still wanted to do it.
Broad outline, I would say, a very broad outline.
Yeah, but you still wanted to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Why? Why was it so important for you to do Tell the World?
Well, like I said, I knew that being able to stand up in front of a group of people was going to be important. But when I had people like Kim standing up in front of groups of people as well, and being able to say how much it helped her, she just gave me that extra nudge to be like, you know what, yeah, let's do it.
So you were there. You were coming along to Tell the World. Where were you at your point in your business at this point? So how was business going for you? How were you interacting with your investors? How were you interacting? How were you doing presentations? How were they? How was all that side of things going? So I'm trying to build a picture of how you were before you came to Tell the World.
So I would say on that one, I wasn't presenting in the best way I could have done. And like he said, it would have been the odd time at a networking event, but generally business was not doing the best.
Because you're partnered up with Mohammed Allah.
I am indeed.
Yeah, Mo Allah's a great friend of mine.
Yeah.
Really good guy, and you two are in business together. And I always, no disrespect to Mo, but he seemed to. I love Mo, but he was, for a period of time, he was very active, but not a lot going on.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he started. Like, I don't know what happened, but I'm going to have to get Mo on and interview him as well. But suddenly, business started working for you, from my view anyway.
Yes.
So before Tell the World, where were we at business wise?
It was like we were sourcing at that point.
Yeah.
But it was relatively slow.
Okay.
We might have been selling one a month.
Right.
And that would have been like.
Happy days.
That's brilliant. We've sold one.
Yeah.
And then after Tell the World, that it all changed.
Okay, so before Tell the World, you were selling, probably you were getting 1 or 2 sales through the business a month.
Yeah.
And how was your interaction level with your customers and your clients? And also, what was when you would go to like networking events? I know it was difficult because we're in COVID, but still you got online networking events.
Yeah.
How did you find all of that process of building your mailing list, building them connections, building relationships? How are you finding all of that?
Generally speaking, I found that I was able to talk to people one-on-one. So getting out there talking to people was okay.
So one-on-one, you were all right.
Yeah. I don't know if I was able to make the best connections out of that though.
In what sense? So connection, like a rapport building with me, like me and you, or Okay, why?
So
I wonder why.
It's just where my conversational skills were at. So I could only take it to a certain level. I couldn't push it past to the next level where it's like a really successful relationship.
Right. Okay. So you are doing all right. One or two sales a month from the business, which. To put it into context, the sales that come through this business are £3,000 to £4,000 sales a time. So even 1 or 2, you're still talking £7,000 to £8,000 a month income.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
And we're not talking 1 or 2 sales at £100 each. We're talking high ticket sales. Okay, so 1 or 2 sales a month. Your connections with people are 1-to-1. So you're still 1-to-1 at the minute.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said you were struggling with building that rapport quite quickly, building that instant connection.
Yes. Yeah, that's good.
Then you come to Tell the World.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, that's a brilliant question. Tell the World was an incredibly powerful event, and it completely changed the way we do things and the way we think.
Okay,
and
but
even the
why?
way we live our lives. Why?
I mean, Tell the World is a 3-day event.
Yeah.
3 days that change your life, but why? I want to know why it changed your life. Specifically, without giving too much away, in the sense of the tasks and things like that, because I'll keep that confidential until you come. But give an overview of why what happened to you that made you sort of change a little bit, leaving Tell the World.
So there were certain exercises that we had to go through that were quite painful.
Painful, right? Okay.
Yeah, and you helped us push through past pains and previous pains that might have been holding us back.
Yeah.
And get to a stage where you're able to deal with them.
Yeah. One of the things I completely get, I've done an awful lot of personal development training. One of the things I get is most of you are telling yourself a bullshit story to why you're not getting what you should be getting out of life. You were the same.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, pretty much everyone that comes to any of my programs, they're all the same. They've all got some bullshit story in the background that's stopping them hitting the goals, stopping them hitting the success, stopping them hitting the financial goals. It might be these, as one of my mentors, Blair Singer, says, it might be these little voices. Yeah. It might be the fact that you say, well, I'm broke. It might be the fact that you say, well, I'm not educated enough, or I don't deserve this, or I'm not worthy. All these things are little voices, and we've all got them.
Yeah. And
they come from conditioning through all of our life to get you into that situation, and they're generally through sort of pains, past pains, experiences, and feelings. And we need to get that out of you.
Punch through them.
We need to punch through it and get that out of you. So tell the world for you what happened.
I was able to punch through a lot of my little voices. My little voice.
Give me some examples of things that were holding you back.
Oh, my little voice going, you don't deserve this. You're not good enough.
So you don't think you don't deserve it. You don't think you're good enough.
Yeah.
Why don't you think you deserved it?
I feel like it's just because it was, what I was doing was a bit uncomfortable. It's like that, my little voice didn't like it.
Okay.
And it was trying to stop the uncomfortable
Let me ask you
situations.
something.
Yeah.
Your family,
Yeah.
have any of them got businesses?
In the past, yes. Not really at the moment.
Okay, so would you, without going into detail, would you say that you come from, what type of family do you come from? Is it like a working class? Is it, what type of family do you come from? What's
Yeah,
your background?
It's a working class background. I grew up, my mum was a single parent, raising me and my brother, and she was working several jobs to get us raised.
So really, really hard working mum,
Yeah.
raised you and your brother.
Yeah.
To give you pretty much everything you need.
Yeah.
Like, great job, mum.
Yeah. Big time.
And you've now took that leap to become an entrepreneur.
Yes.
But it perhaps isn't the easiest thing because you're not used to being an entrepreneur, because you're used to seeing people have to work many hours on a weekly basis to scrape by.
Yeah. I'm also used to getting told to go get a job. Just make sure you get a job.
Yeah, well, that's society for you.
Yeah.
That's the society we live in. Go and get a job. That's the school system teaches us that. I'm here to try and change that a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so you come to Tell the World. A couple of key highlights from Tell the World for you. What were
they? From Tell the World, I now have no problems getting up in front of people. So if
hold on. So before you were really comfortable one-to-one.
Yeah.
So if we were at a networking event, you'd be really comfortable going up to me, you, and just having a one-to-one conversation, but your conversation depth wasn't that deep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after Tell the World, you're very comfortable getting up in front of people. So give me some examples of what you've done there.
So any opportunity I get now at any networking events, if there's an opportunity to get up on stage,
yeah,
I'm the first one up there.
Yeah.
I'm like straight up there because I know it's how beneficial it is.
But
really
why is it so beneficial?
Because people can see you. People, like, if you're in a group of a couple of hundred people and you're on stage, you're the focus of attention.
What I need to get across to you all is you need to get away from one-to-one. It needs to be one to many.
Yeah.
Okay? When you master the art of doing one to many, what happens is your authority level explodes. People instantly see you as an authority figure because you're the person at the front of the room on the stage showing people what happens and showing people what you're doing. That will instinctively give you more leads because people will come up and talk to you.
Yeah.
So give me an example of where you've taken the opportunity to go and stand on stage.
Network events such as crash courses.
Yeah.
Any of the crash courses I've been to in the last few months, I've been on stage, and from that I've had people coming up to me going, "Oh, you're doing this and you're doing that."
Yeah.
And any chance I get to let people know what I do now, I take that opportunity.
Well, listen, the reason I called it Tell the World is because I want you to tell the world what your message is and what you're doing. And the reason why I'm glad you're taking that opportunity is because now you're speaking one to many, and you don't have to, you don't have to go up there and say, I'm the expert. You don't have to, even at a networking event, you don't stand up and say, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. You don't do that. You stand up with integrity, with honesty, and you be your true self, and you just tell people, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is where I was at. This is where I'm at now. This is how I got here. If I can help you, then come and see me. That's exactly what you've done.
Yeah.
And people are queuing up to come and speak to you.
Yeah. Yeah, every single event there's always people looking to come speak to me now. Okay,
so that's the first thing. You understood and you got good with the whole one-to-many, and you got comfortable speaking in front of audiences.
Yeah.
What else?
What else?
On a personal level, is there anything on a personal level that changed for you or clicked for you?
I'm now a lot more comfortable showing my emotions.
Okay.
In terms of... You've discussed this quite a lot. Men are very afraid to show their emotions properly.
Yeah, 100%.
After Tell the World, I have no problem showing my emotions. I've been at several events since then where I'm like, there's tears nearly streaming down my face.
Yeah.
Just because I've been impacted by other people's stories as well.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
not afraid to show that anymore.
So that's good. So you're very comfortable in yourself in the sense of you're happy to make yourself vulnerable if it helps other people.
Yeah.
That's very happy, and I love that. Okay, what else?
What else? I would say being able to be comfortable in what I'm doing.
Mm.
Being able to be comfortably comfortably telling people what I'm doing instead of being worried about what
So
they think.
your whole confidence level
Yeah.
has just gone.
Yeah, big time.
Interesting. You said something right at the very end there. You said you don't really care what people think anymore.
Yeah.
Come on, talk to me about that.
Yeah, so before Tell the World,
Yeah.
I held back telling certain people what I did.
In business.
In business, yeah.
Oh,
So when people were
why?
asking me what I was doing, it's just, like it was like they probably won't get it, and they'll probably just try to pull me down. So I'll just not tell them.
Yeah.
I'll keep it to myself, and then I'll just go do my own thing. But
Right.
now I don't have a problem doing that. Now it's like, this is what I'm doing. You've asked me what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing, and you may not like it, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I love that. It's like, screw them.
Yeah.
I love it. Because, listen, one of the things that I work with a lot of people about is building your self-confidence, building your self-concept, and building the belief in yourself that, you know what, you are who you are. You're the best version of you of who you are. You can certainly make yourself better, but at this point in time, you're the best person you can possibly be. That doesn't mean there's not more room to go forward and be better. It just means today you're the best version of yourself as of today. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely.
But that doesn't mean tomorrow you've not got room to grow, because you're always growing and you're always learning.
Yeah.
But what I want people to do is I want you to get into the mindset of, I am who I am. If you don't like that, then thank you, but I don't need you in my life. And that's where we need to be at.
Yeah.
Right, tell the world for you. Come on, sum it up, one sentence.
Oh.
It's a hard one, I know.
It is a very hard one to do because it's just such an incredible event. But I would say that it was the best personal development event I've ever been at.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. And if I was to ask you what your biggest takeaway or your favourite or unfavourite or worst part of Tell the World, what would it be? What process? What task? What opportunity? I don't know. What was your biggest takeaway? Your worst takeaway, or what was the moment where when you think of Tell the World, you think, geez, what was that?
There's actually a couple that come to mind.
Go on.
The first one was we actually did an eye contact exercise.
Mm-hmm.
It was incredibly powerful. It
Okay.
showed me a lot about the people that I was doing that with.
They should build connection very quickly.
Yes,
Yeah? Okay.
massively so. Even people that I had already known.
Yeah,
I did it with
yeah,
them,
yeah.
and I instantly got us to a next
Instantly,
level
yeah,
of our
100%.
relationship.
Yeah.
And the next one was the process on the second day. That was the...
Oh, in the evening.
Yeah, in the evening. You know the one I'm talking
yeah,
about.
I know the one you're talking about.
That was
I
incredibly
can't.
painful.
We can't name it, or we can't tell you too much about it because you're going to come and go through it yourself. So,
Yeah.
but that process takes about 3 hours.
Yeah.
And what happened during that process for you?
And during that process, you bring us through probably some of our darkest places.
Yeah.
But it's for a very good reason.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
to help get through them and
See where
start
you.
putting them into the past and leaving them in the past.
It's about getting rid of your limiting beliefs, guys.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. It's about getting rid of them limiting beliefs and becoming the best possible version you can possibly be. And trust me, after you go through this process, you will be.
The way I've described it to people, obviously I can't tell people about it, but the way I've described it is that you break us, but then build us back up 10 times bigger.
Yeah, 100%. I do 100%, and I'm proud of that. Listen, I've tailored this program to be. I actually think probably one of the best in the world. I really do believe it's a world-class program, and it's only going to get better. Come on, so after Tell the World, what's been going on in your life? Your personal life and also your business life.
Yeah.
How's Tell the World? You come to Tell the World in May, so we're now in August. That's 4 months.
Yeah.
May, June, July, August, 4 months. Okay. What's been going on in your property business? How's that been going?
It's been going very well, actually. We've grown massively in the last couple of months.
Talk to me about the growth. So you were doing one deal a month before.
Yeah.
One sale on average a month, sometimes two, but on average one sale a month. Where are we at now with sales?
Well, obviously, we have done sales training with you as well.
Yeah.
But we're now at average one a week.
One a week?
1 a week, average.
So you've gone from one deal a month to one sale a month to one sale a week, which on average, I get it, on average, so that's like 4x, that's 4x your income, your business income.
Yeah.
That's as a direct result of the training you've done with me.
Yeah.
So you've literally 4x'd your income in a matter of 4 months.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about your network, your reach? How are you getting out to people? Like, I know you said you had a couple hundred people that you were working with on a regular basis. What about now? Where are we at now?
Our mailing list now, we've probably doubled it. So we're
Wow.
mid 500s now.
So 100% increase
Yeah.
on your reach
Yeah.
to people because you've started talking about what you do and you start telling people what you do.
Yeah. Also, we're much more comfortable getting ourselves out there now.
Yeah.
So we're a lot more active on social media. We're a lot more active at networking events as well. We're able to get up and let everybody know what we're doing.
I have definitely seen a change in yourself and your business partner and what you do socially and online, and I've seen it firsthand that you're putting yourself out there a lot more.
Yeah.
And hey, listen, the proof is in the pudding. Okay, the proof is in the pudding. 4x your income, 100% increase in your reach to who you're now speaking to.
Yep.
As a direct result of training. So you've done Tell the World.
Yep.
Where's your next couple of years? What's going to happen with you in the next couple of years?
So our biggest goal at the moment is to get selling 2 a week.
2 deals a week. So you're going to go from 1 deal a week to 2 deals a week.
Initially 1 a month to 2.
So
a
you've
week.
so you've gone from one. So pre Tell the World, 1 deal a month.
Yeah.
After Tell the World, 1 average a week. One like say 4 or 5 deals a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you want to be doing 8 deals a month.
Yeah.
Okay. How long do you think it's going to take you to get there?
We can do it this year.
This year. I love that. Okay, so what are your personal goals? We've heard your business goals. What about your personal goals?
Personal goals for this next kind of year or so for me is to get like completely financially free. I'm not quite there yet.
Financially free, financially independent.
Yeah.
Obviously, Adam's business is very active, so it's an active income as opposed to passive income, and that's awesome. But we'll get. I'm sure you'll get there with the financial free side of things. And where do you see yourself in 5 years? If me and you're sat here in 2026, where are you at?
To be honest, I haven't even thought that far ahead.
Yeah.
But what I do know is that I want to explode my business. I want to get myself on stage, and I want to just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, I love that, man. Listen, you'll be able to do that. You will definitely be able to do that if you keep doing what you're doing. I remember. I'm 39. If I was your age and I knew now, if I knew then what I knew now, geez, I don't know where I'd be right now, but it'd be very exciting stuff. So just keep doing what you're doing. But look, Adam, thanks for coming down. What I'll do is I'll put your contact details in the description below, so people can get in touch with you, your website and also your email. People can get in touch with you if they want to talk to you and want to do business with you. So thanks for taking the effort to come all the way from Manchester to London for this interview. Listen, guys, if you want to come along and you want to experience some of the stuff Adam's been experiencing, and if you want to master the one-to-many, I run an event called the 6 Figure Speaker. The next event is October the 2nd and 3rd, and that's in Manchester, and you can get registered for that by just going down below and clicking on the link and going onto the website and buying your ticket. The best thing is it's just £1, okay? 2 days with me, Adam I'm sure will be there, just £1. Come along, and you too can explode your income on your business 4x just like this guy, and you can expand your reach 100% just like this guy. Listen, this is where it's at. If you want to grow your business and explode your business, you need to learn the art of presentation. My name's Alistair Cunningham, this is Adam Browne.